digital marketing. What can we learn today? I did the research to see what the experts say. SEO, paid ads, email and social, natural, sponsored, local, desktop and mobile, strategy, analytics, and user behavior, traffic, conversions, and lead generation. Presented in a way where you can learn fast. It's the SEO Rapper podcast. Thank you for checking out the SEO Rapper podcast, sponsored by Most Serious Marketing. I'm Chuck, the SEO Rapper, and this is the place where I try to impact the culture from a digital marketing perspective. Like, I'm really trying to help small businesses and entrepreneurs get quality marketing information that they can act on. And so today we're talking about content marketing. More importantly, how to improve your content performance. Right, I got a nice article that was posted on the Content Marketing Institute blog by Julia McCoy. She called it 6 Things to Improve Your Content Performance. 6 things to improve your content performance. And I reviewed it, and I highlighted it, what stood out to me. I also tried to summarize it lyrically. Y'all catch that at the end of the podcast. But the article was dope because she didn't just give like basic content generation information. She gave like logic behind actually improving your content with screenshots and examples and everything. Really dope article. Suggest y'all go check it out. Y'all can find a link on the site. But I usually deal with like a range of different businesses, right? From service providers like HVAC contractors and restaurants and religious organizations to even consultants, and a lot of which generate content for different reasons, right? And so I believe all the tips that she listed here are applicable to most industries. However, like right now, currently, I know several people like opening up food trucks and organizing new churches and even creating some different online businesses. And so as we kind of go through this article today, I'm gonna focus on those industries. So with that, let's get it, right? 6 things to improve your content performance. Number 1, she says, use keywords based on target audience search intent. Right? Use keywords based on your target audience search intent. That's a really heavy phrase right there. Keywords, right? Target audience and search intent. 3 different things she's saying in number 1. And this is really like a deeper level of keyword research, right? So this isn't just basic, if you were a food truck, right? Taco truck or a hamburger stand or whatever your main keyword is. This is a little bit deeper than that, right? She wants to know who your target audience is as well, right? Are you dealing with like foodies, like people who are looking for the best burger in such and such area? Or are you just looking for, people who hungry, taco truck near me, right? You need to understand the target audience and their search intent, right? And even if you're a church maybe, right? Are you looking for, Black Baptist people in a certain generation? Or are you looking for a multi-generational kind of well-rounded group of people? Like, who is your target audience, right? And so anyway, understand that as you begin to create content, so that way your content is more applicable for the people you're writing for. And more importantly, you can actually get them to take the actions that you want them to take, right? That's the whole purpose of writing the content. You want that content to improve. So definitely use keywords based on the target audience and their search intent. That's real key. Number two, she says, make your headlines irresistible and helpful. Make your headlines irresistible and helpful. Like, does your headline accurately describe the content, or is it hyperbole or clickbait? Right? That's a great question. Right? How many times have you been swiping through the internet and clicked on something because the headline was enticing, but it really wasn't relevant to what you was looking for? Right? Clickbait. Right? Or fake news, whatever you want to call it. And so she's saying, make your headlines irresistible. Again, back to my food truck. If you were best burger in Missouri City on sale now, right? If I was a burger person or whatever it is, or how to make this taco at home the way we serve it here, right? Different headlines that would be relevant to your industry, right? That people could click on and actually take action. Especially if it's helpful, right? If I click the link and you do have decent instructions on how to make this burger or how to make this taco or whatever it is, right? And, or maybe you're in e-commerce, right? Maybe you're selling products, right? And so you're selling shoes, you're selling Jordans, right? And maybe you're dealing with a sneakerhead, right? And so back to number one, does your keyword just mention the shoe, or does it mention the target audience and their intent, right? And then if you tie it in with number two, does the headline entice me to click it and take action, right? And so you want to make sure your headlines actually have value, that they don't just present false information. She says, well-crafted headlines build trust with your readers when the content is what it's expected to be. And that's true. If I click the headline and I enjoy the content, then I'll likely come back and absorb more content, right? So make your headlines irresistible and helpful. It's very important. Number three, improve your writing flow. Like, are your paragraphs long or short? Like, have you lost sight of your audience or the topic? Like, and for me, I follow basic rules that I learned a long time ago: introduction, climax, conclusion, right? And so you want to follow that same kind of format when writing content for your site, especially when you're writing content that you want to perform, right? Don't write a bunch of long sentences that don't really have a meaning. Get right to the point. People got short attention spans, and you want to get to the meat of the content pretty quickly, right? Improve the writing flow. And that's regardless if it's a blog post, or it's a menu for a site, or if it's a how-to page, or if it's a blog post about a Bible study, right? The point is, you want to make sure that it's easy to read, it's easy to absorb. You want people to be able to follow it quickly, right? Improve your writing flow. Number four, she says, include relevant, interesting images to illustrate your points, right? Include relevant, interesting images to illustrate your points. I add video too, especially these days. A lot of people like images, especially memes and things like that, but most people pay attention to video. Well, I'm presenting this in video right now, right? And so I'll definitely add relevant and interesting video and images to this, but not just any images. More importantly, make sure that they're relevant, right? If I'm searching for Jordan 5s near me, right, then don't show me pictures of the Jordan 11s. That's not near me. That's not relevant, right? If I'm looking for the taco truck near me and I land on your site, that's great, but I shouldn't be looking at burgers or Chinese food, right? And so you want to make sure the images are relevant to the content you create. And custom images even better, right? Or images that are original, that you've taken yourself. Last thing you want to do is be at some restaurant's website and send images that you know didn't come from that place. That would just suck, right? And so definitely use original imagery when you can. Number five, she says, show the value immediately. Like, make readers feel assured quickly. She says, cut out the fluff and unnecessary words and get to the point. And I totally agree with that. No need in writing a 1,500, 2,000 word article when you could have covered the point in 800 words, right? And so it's not like school, right? I'm not writing an essay that got a certain word count that I just have to hit, right? And even from an SEO perspective, it's not really about having a certain amount of content on a page. It's really about did you get to the point? Did you describe it accurately? Did it make sense? Did people engage with it? And did you use supporting resources, right? Images, videos, links, things like that to kind of support what you've written. And if that's the case, then that should be it. Now, if it takes you 2,000 words, then it can, right? Depending on your industry. Maybe you're in healthcare or entertainment, right? And things like that, where so much happening all the time. Yeah, you just need to write a really long article. But usually for small businesses, right, it don't require that much. And so don't do that, right? Show the value immediately. Number 6, this is the last one. She says, create an utterly clickable CTA, right? That's your call to action. Create an utterly clickable CTA. So after you've created this headline, right, and you've crafted all of this content and you've added all of these images, now you want them to take action, right? That was the purpose of doing this. And so she says, create a clickable CTA, something that they can take action. She says, clicking the CTA should feel natural, right? And it should. You should be reading this content, and then the next natural thing to do is take action. If you're a small business, hopefully it's, schedule an appointment or get directions, right? You're a taco truck. Or if you're selling products, is add to cart, right? Buy now, whatever the call to action is. If it's click this link, register here, right? Sign up, whatever the action is, it should feel natural after reading the content. And I'll say this, I build in WordPress, right? And so A lot of the sites I'm working on lately are selling products, and so I'm rocking with WooCommerce. And WooCommerce offers short codes, right? And so on these blog pages, if you're writing a post about a certain product, use the plugin, right? Add to cart button, which is a great call to action that will lead them right to your cart and hopefully eventually checking out, right? And so take advantage of the different plugins and technology that's available on your site when crafting the call to action. It don't always have to be a form submission or, a newsletter subscription or whatever it is. It could be, a link to the cart. It could be a registration request. It could be an appointment schedule, right? And so just make sure the call to action feels natural and clickable, utterly clickable. Like you want to click it after you read this content is the point she's making. And so, and I agree. And she closed by saying, if you put all the pieces together, the content should perform better than you ever dreamed. And so I agree with that. But I think the only way you can really do that is by testing, right? And so as you create call to actions, as you figure out what you want people to do, just be sure to test it, right? Be sure to track it. More importantly, I use Google Analytics. So create goals for your different actions. And so that way you can gauge which content you created the right action, and generated the most results for you. And then you can go back and rinse and repeat, right? So I think this is a dope article, 6 things to improve your content performance. Like I said, I believe it's applicable to most industries, whether you're in small business, a service provider, you're a dog walker, mechanic, whatever it is. I think that these tips could work for you if you're creating content. Shout out to Julia McCoy, dope article on the contentmarketinginstitute.com. And so y'all know what's next. I tried to summarize it lyrically. Check this out. I call it to improve your content. Available now on all streaming platforms. SEO Rapper.
Good content is okay, but great content is better. Nice engagement, high conversions, that's how you measure. Written clever, copy somebody else's never. Proofread with the spell checker for your reading pleasure. Julia McCoy gave us 6 tips to employ. Posted on CMI, but I'ma rap about it for you to enjoy. Use keywords based on your target search intent. That's number 1, that's how you start to get qualified clicks. Is it informational, navigational, or transactional? They researching, they window shopping, they ready to buy what's happening. Number 2, make your headlines irresistible, tempting and clickable, supported with visuals, nothing typical. Number 3, improve the writing flow. After you hook them with the headline, hit them with the right though, and they might scroll. Number 4, get at it. Relevant pics and graphics. Add a new pic about every 100 words, watch your post get traffic. Number 5, show the value immediately. Easy to find, not secretly. No need to read repeatedly. It's increasingly appealing me. Site loaded up so speedily, I might greedily come back frequently. Number 6, can't forget the call to action. Work it into the content, make it feel natural. Use a form, a link, a button, that's a good start. If you're promoting products, you might try add to cart. Write for your goal and always remember who the target is. Put all the pieces together, then publish it for your audience. You need each element to inspire action and get results. And once you have them all in place, then that's all, folks. Your webpage not converting, then here's the solution. Pay attention from the introduction to the conclusion. Follow these steps and increase your content consuming. 6 tips for content performance improvement.